Alright, we got our first match of the day. Shout out to SoulKnight. I believe they're a Smash player, local Smash players. Alright, do your best and let's have fun. Oh, you don't want to do that too much. Oh, good call. Well, it does happen sometimes. So the DP is a pretty useful button, but it is unsafe, so you gotta be careful. Gotta be careful when you use it. Nah, it took some time. You just get used to it. Oh, that was a good attempt. I like that. That was a good attempt. Okay. Gotta be careful with the upswing as well, that's unsafe. Oh, big damage incoming. Oof. Alright, so I am noticing a few things. Do you want me to go over them before we continue? I think you might want a few things. I can give you a basic game plan. So, I'm gonna talk about dual phase mainly. So, let me turn off the command input. Input history makes it a little bit hard to see. Alright, so one thing I noticed you were doing a lot was doing this, the air charge. Probably not recommended to do that too much because it's very easy to just walk up an anti-air. And I can actually convert off of this. This anti-air, this is up Y. Actually, I should turn this on, right? Turn this on. Okay, yeah. So this is up Y. That's my anti-air. So if someone is jumping, for example, let me switch sides. Okay. So if someone was jumping and charging, we can actually convert off this. So, recommended not to do that. So you don't want to take to the air too much. Because, unlike in Smash, being in the air is kind of dangerous. Because you can't block in the air, and once you jump, you can't move your jump arc. Unlike in Smash. So being in the air is usually a bad idea in most traditional fighting games. So you don't want to do this too much. You want to stay on the ground as much as possible. So while you are on the ground, here are your good pokes. So you probably noticed I was doing this a lot. And this caught you out of a lot of things. This is 2Y. Down and Y. Light down attack. As you can see, it's got a lot of range, and if you hit, you can hit confirm into something. It's a double combo. Like so. It's a good move to feel out the opponent and stuff approaches. And you probably saw this as well. This is 8Y, this is anti-air. If someone's jumping in on you, you use this. And then there's up X. 8X, up X. This will go over low attacks. So if somebody is using a low attack on you, for example like this, you can use this to go over. So up X. This also will break throws. You want to be moving, so basic game plan when you're first starting out, you want to be moving in and out and trying to catch at the very tip of this. So if you catch at the very tip of this, most players, depending on the character, it's gonna be a little bit hard for them to reach you, but you can easily reach them and you can just combo. You can just continue to combo. That's one thing you can do. And then there's this move, 5X. It's a launcher. It's a little bit slow. I don't recommend using it too much, but if you get this, you can get some combos off of it. If you do jump, you can use the dive kick. If you stay up here too long, you will get anti-air. So if you do decide to commit to a jump attack, you can use this. So this is X in the air. That's your dive kick. You still can get anti-air, but if you, it's an option. If you think you're gonna need to jump over something, like jump over a low attack or jump over a projectile, when you use the dive kick, and you can continue into a combo. So general game plan, you want to be doing this. That should help you a lot. If you're standing at this far, yeah, you can go ahead and chuck a couple fireballs just to check the opponent. And then if you see someone whiff a button, you can also just use Bone Rush. Bone Rush will reach further than 2Y, but you need to know what's the right follow-up. I'm gonna have the CPU do this. Alright. So if you just do regular Bone Rush and go downward Y, yeah, it's crouching Y. This is your poke. This is your good poke. You can use it to check approaches, you can use it to poke, and you can use it to hit confirmative buttons. But it is a low, so you can jump over it. So if somebody's if someone catches on that you're doing this too much, they will start jumping over it and trying to hit you. Or using their up X attacks, that will go over. Alright, anyway, Bone Rush. That button. So you can see the regular one is, you do go quite far, but you gotta be careful with it. If you just let it end like that, that's unsafe. Actually, let's just let them do, yeah, we'll do that. Yeah. So this is Bone Rush is forward A. If you just let it rock though, it's unsafe, so you're gonna get hit. I'm trying to block as soon as possible. It is pretty unsafe. But you've got two follow-ups. If you press A again, you get upswing. But upswing is unsafe as well. So if you just mash A, you will get upswing, and it's not a true block string. That's why the CPU is trying to react after that, but if you press A again, you get the upswing. That's useful for certain situations like continuing combos and just as an ender. But you gotta be careful because this is unsafe. This is also unsafe. But you've got one more option. You've got a downswing. As you can see, the opponent gets pushed back quite a bit, so it becomes harder to punish. Very few characters have the ability to punish it on block, I think, because you push them back so far. And you do downswing by pressing Y after it, or pressing X after it. Y or X will do downswing. So it'll take a while to get used to it, because if you just keep mashing the A, you will get upswing. Upswing is unsafe. Letting it rock is unsafe. Bone Rush is punishable on all follow-ups. Okay, yeah, that's true. But the downswing has to push back, so it's usually the one that you can get away with the most. It's the one you can get away with the most. But yeah, that's the general gist of it. So if you see them with something at like a distance, like that, you can just go in on you can go in with Bone Rush. and get some damage in. Supertopia, thanks for the follow. Alright. I think that's pretty much it's pretty much the very basic stuff for Lucario, right? Oh yeah, I guess we should talk about... So Lucario doesn't have a down special, doesn't have a down 2A. Doesn't have a 2A, it's just another chuck. So forward A, Bone Rush, okay. So 5A, Aura Sphere, down A, also Aura Sphere. Yeah, it goes hella fast and it deletes low priority projectiles, so you can use it to get past some stuff, but not everything though. And let's see. Yeah, this is the Shoryuken. It's hella minus, so be careful with it. You can use it, but you want to be trying to use it like sparingly. And if someone just hits you or something like that, you can't just DP. If you DP off right after, yeah, you're probably gonna get punished. So the way you want to use this is... I think I just set him to use regular attack, right? Yeah, you can DP like that. So you want to be sure they're gonna hit you, then you have to use that. Oh yeah, and one more thing. His counter attack. The regular one, the C8, just holding X and A. Not that one. Holding X and A. He's got a very long-reaching counter attack. So remember to make use of that, because you absorb attacks while that's up, and it reaches very far as well. And if the opponent is using counter attack themselves, full charge ones will pierce the other players. Yeah, extreme speed has a lot of end lag. It's a Shoryuken. It's what we call a dragon punch, which means it's a reversal. It's a reversal. They'll get them off you, but if it gets blocked, you're just gonna die. How do you cancel counter? You tap R in a direction, like that. It's basically like an FADC in Street Fighter. You can cancel forward, you can cancel backward. And in Feud, you can cancel in any of the directions. But keep in mind, the dash itself is vulnerable, so you don't want to be spamming it too much. But you can use it to get past projectiles. And then there's Force Bomb. Force Bomb is just your big damage ender, so if you get a combo, you can always just end in Force Bomb. It does a lot of damage, so yeah. But you can't combo off that though. So technically you can combo off of... You can combo off of your full charge counter, but that's probably going to be a bit complicated. I think you probably want to learn neutral first, so just gotta remember, this is a good button. This is a good button. This is a good button. This is an okay button if you see something that you want to rush in on. This is a good button. And this is a good combo ender. I think that's pretty much it. And then use this, but use it sparingly. And with someone with an advancing move, they start calling them Shotos. So Lucario, we call him a Shoto character. So the goal is you want to keep them in the distance where your moves will hit them or they can't hit you. So you walk in and out trying to bait somebody to put a move out, and then you can go in on them. That would be the general idea. Oh yeah, that's this is a counter. It's a command counter. It's unsafe. Yeah, you can let the homing rock. Okay, good answer. There you go. There you go. You got the idea. Oof. Okay. I'll tell you another trick for extreme speed. You kind of just want to use it only when you're right up in your face. Nice, I actually whiff punished it. Yeah. You can actually use extreme speed while somebody is still trying to attack you out of block stun. Think of it as like an out of shield move. But it's an out of shield move that will only connect if somebody is right on top of you and they're pressing a button. Remember, from a distance you can throw projectiles. There you go, that's a whiff punish. That's how you do it. Oh, yeah. There's one thing I won't be letting go. If you try and DP and you miss, I'm gonna grab you. That's a guaranteed attack. Yeah, ease off on the trigger finger. You can use this. Well, I'm playing easy on. I'm going easy on him. I'm going easy on him to let him learn a few things. Okay, here's a very quick tip. Whenever you're feeling threatened, instead of pressing extreme speed, use your counter attack. Your counter attack is much safer than extreme speed. Extreme speed is a hard committal. I could play super aggressive one round if you guys really want to see it. Ask SoulKnight. He's the one who's gonna be bullied if I play Lucario properly. I'm letting him breathe a bit. I could be Yoki-Zeme-ing him, but I didn't teach a bit. So yeah, here's something you want to focus on for this round. Whenever you feel like using extreme speed, use your counter instead. Explicitly. Yeah, you gotta get used to the range. It's not that far. You wanna join in? Group ID is in the bottom. There you go, that's the combo. Very simple combo. Hey, good, you whiff punished it. Alright, got the idea. There you go. Eevee's a simple support to use actually. Every time you pop him, you can just get a bit of an attack boost. Also, remember you have burst. Feel free to use it, because if the meter is full and you're not using it, then you're not really gaining anything. There you go. And don't forget about your super move. Your super move is L and R. Hey, you learned about the second hit. There you go. Alright, there you go. You got a hang of a few more things there. So when you're in burst mode, a few of your moves get modified, as you probably saw. Extreme Speed gets a second hit if you hold the button down. It's still unsafe though. I'll give him, I'll tell you what, I'll give SoulKnight one more game and then I'll move on to the next player. But you guys can all hang around in the group and you can play each other as well in the meantime. Alright. I'm gonna play more aggressive now. I'm gonna play more aggressive, so brace yourself. Hey, you're catching on. You don't want to call supports right in people's faces because most of the time that's punishable. There you go. Aha! I schmixed you. Also, that wouldn't have worked because Extreme Speed itself won't pierce counters, so if I held that counter down, you were gonna get hit by the end of it. So you gotta keep that in mind. If you see someone using a counter attack in front of you, Extreme Speed's probably not the answer. Gotta respect the buttons. Oh, there you go. Hang around in the group, because if you stick in the group, you'll be able to run into other players as well. Assuming there's more than 3 or 4 of us looking for games. Dan, you're not a newcomer. Get out of here. Yeah, the poking tools are good though. The poking tools are where you start off from. Dan, why are you here? I'll play one game with you. But you gotta let the newcomers play. It's only fair. Yeah, hang on. This fellow here is messing with us. Yeah, hang tight a minute. I'll get to you. If you play, you'll probably run into the other guy. Eat my perfect blocks. Get out of here, Dan. You're depriving the newcomers of their training time. Oh, I tried to be fancy. Ah, I messed it up. I mistimed it. Goodbye then, I'll see you later. You know, get this game really quick. Oh, I bet. Oh, is that so? Fine. Okay, everybody, we had a little bit of a... Nah, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. We cool. I'm just joking. Here. Alright. Who's ready to watch me get schooled? Because I'm gonna get beaten up. And it's gonna hurt. Alright. This is gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. Oh, we had the same idea. Alright, plus frames, what am I doing? Okay, I see how it is. Well, I guess that was asking for an anti-air. My defense buff isn't gonna help me for too much longer. Oh, that doesn't work against that. I'm playing too passive. I'm playing with too much respect. Oh no, that's a punish. A hamster ball. Okay. Let's see how it goes. Let it rip that time. Ah, I should have seen that. That's because Chandelure is a zoner. That's her stick. She collapses if you get in on her. Oh wow, half charge. Chandelure's a dedicated zoner. Oh, Lucario can. You just gotta know how to deal with it. Why did I press a single button? Alright, alright. Oh, I whiffed. Oh, why did I press a single button? Flying press. Ah, I delayed it too long. Maybe I should disrespect more. I'm probably playing too respectful. Nah, it's fine. It's cool. I just wanted to play one game anyway. Oh, no, never mind. Well, we'll just play whoever. I'm just gonna keep hitting Nick's battle, and whoever runs into it, we will keep playing. Yo, BroBot. We're gonna be playing rotations, at best of ones and whatever, so we're just gonna keep going. If you guys want to try and run into me, just... Yeah, I know you're not that new. But at this point, I'm thinking... Whoever, like... We get more people in the group, we get more people for the newcomers to play against. It's nice to go easy on them. Well, actually, it depends. I forget. How new are you again, BroBot? I actually forgot. There we go. That's how you do it. And that's why you don't call supports in people's faces. Woo! Since March. Alright, that's cool. Ooh, big damage incoming. Oof. That grab hurts. Oh, wait, I made you lose it. Unfortunate. Well, this hurts. Oh, watch your back. You always gotta be careful when the other player has burst attack available. You can't play too scared because, you know, you're gonna let people get in on you. You can't let people play. You can't play too scared with it. But you also can't play too unsafe when these two have burst attack because they can just throw it out, and those burst attacks will beat pretty much everything. At least attack types. They'll pierce counters. They'll go through grabs. They'll like blast through pretty much any other attack. Anybody who's here to play some games, join the group. Information's on the stream. And go in and start searching for games. You won't be just getting me, you'll be able to get other newcomers within this group. So you're gonna get some good Pokken throughout the night. It should be interesting. Alright, Chandelure. Chandelure is a dedicated zoner. She excels at long range, but she doesn't do the best when someone is close. No Q for this one. This one is just we'll be switching opponents every round, after every game. So just try your luck, and play other people as well. Oh, it's a little bit chunky. Game's a little chunky. It's a little chunky. Well, I mean, be honest with us, I guess. You'll know if you're a newcomer. Play nice, everybody. Whoa, that clanks. That clanks. Stuff clanks. made the combo up on the fly. No Q, just join the group and start searching. I will be switching opponents after every round. Sera, thanks for the follow. I'll be switching opponents every round, so just keep playing and we'll get a chance to get. And you can also run to other people. Whoa, that's my punish. Oh, that's a guard break. Well, that's certainly a strategy. Not bad. I think I'll talk briefly about Chandelure for you guys. For those of you who aren't sure. Oh hey, Umbreon. You actually know about it. Oh wow. Not bad. Okay, so SoulKnight. If you're wondering about Chandelure, the best way to approach Chandelure is just walk and block. You just need to slowly gain distance in on her. That's how it goes, basically. Because all her moves are really slow on startup. Oh, it's a little chunky. It's a little chunky. Yeah, it's chunky. Well, we're just gonna make the most of it. And there we go. Yeah, just a GG's. Alright. This seems like a good time to take a quick aside. Does anybody want to know how to fight Chandelure? Like against Chandelure? Because Chandelure is one of those really oppressive characters that newcomers may not know how to deal with. I can briefly talk about it if you guys want. That's the point of the character. In fact, I could tell you a few secrets about Chandelure. The real stuff that's cool. And really annoying to deal with. Okay, I'll stick with a few rematches, I suppose. Oh, my DP. My DP didn't come out. Okay, here we go. What is this autocorrect? Okay. I'm noticing a habit of yours. You're jumping out of pressure a lot. Might not want to always go for that option. That's something you wanna keep an eye out for. I'm letting you rock it a little bit, but I could pretty much anti-air it every time, so be careful. Oof, yeah. It's a little iffy. Oh, that's second too late on that one. Yeah, be careful of that. Alright, so you probably know how I'm gonna assume the hex was a misinput. probably not what you wanted, right? You probably know the range on Hex. You don't want to use it when, you know, they're in your face. Also, fun fact for you guys. Chandelure's burst attack is actually a counter type, which means you can grab it. Oh, sup, Annie? I guess I might be running into some established players at this rate. Oh well. I guess a couple of high-level matches mixed in between the newcomers is a good thing. Newtlings. Oh, these shenanigans. Check out my emotes. Check those out. So slow. Ah, shit. Oh no. Yeah, groups will kind of do the regular matchmaking stuff, but they prioritize certain things. I don't actually play Lucario that well, if you haven't noticed. I'm using Lucario mainly to help demonstrate people with the training stuff. The AI thing is just like a waiting thing in between. Yeah, I've been pretty much. I'm letting matchmaking decide it. Oh, why did I do that? That's unsafe. But I guess I was talking about like whether we want to do that or like let like have a proper queue or something. And I think after this, I'm gonna set up a proper queue system. But then the point of the group was just to let everybody play everybody as well, like within the newcomers. I dropped it. I messed that up. Field neutral with Lucario. For the most part, your side Y projectile. I got caught. Side Y will work. It's a nice big projectile that will automatically shift. You can also use your forward Y, that's also a projectile. Why did I say DC backwards? Ah, okay, GG's. GG's Enigma. With Punisher Bone Rush. Nah, I meant to do a false palm to build meter. But then I forgot which direction it was. Or maybe the camera movement crossed me up, I don't know. Okay. Okay. Brief primer on Lucario field phase. Are you watching SoulKnight? Alright. Lucario field phase is very simple. These are your strong options. Homing. Homing is very good. You can just go ahead and chuck that in. You can also cancel homing into block at any time. Very important thing to remember. This lets you gain distance, but also gain distance carefully. Think of it as if though you're like, since you play Smash, think of it as though you're dashing up and then doing shield. This is one of your strongest ways of moving into them. And not only can you homing straight, you can if you hold diagonal left or diagonal right, you can go homing in an angle. So if the opponent is chucking linear projectiles at you, you can go around it. It's kind of like a sidestep. That's one of your options. Option number 2, Side Y. Look at that huge ass projectile. Automatically shifts if you get it. You might be at a long distance, so you might not get the best Oki, but you want out of this phase? Side Y. So be careful. Be very careful. Unsafe. It's unsafe. Don't do it too close. Don't do it too close. It's unsafe. Option number 3. Forward Y. Same thing. Also projectile. Also will shift immediately. Observe. Shifts. You can do it from quite a distance too. So side Y and forward Y both chuck projectiles that are big and will shift immediately. But this one isn't quite as unsafe. You can tech things. Isn't quite unsafe. You can tech grabs and stuff, but you're in a dangerous position at that point. So be careful about doing that too close. They're projectiles in general, so just be careful. If you just tap Y, you chuck this little projectile. You can use it to scope out people. And this thing is special cancelable, so you can cancel this thing into Force, you can cancel it into that, you can cancel this into Force Stomp, you can cancel that into Bone Rush. So you can do anything with that. So it's good to just check people with it. And let's see, what else is there? If you want to jump over a projectile, you can dive. You can try dive kicking them. So someone's like, you're fighting on a Lucario and they're chucking side Y at you. You want to get over it, right? Someone's chucked side Y at you. You jumped it. Dive kick. And that's pretty much your options. If you're getting close on somebody, you can start doing this stuff. And that is Lucario field phase in a nutshell. There is more intricacies to it, but that's basically all you need to know. Tips and tricks for Chandelure. This is gonna be wacky. Alright, here's number 1 thing I saw Camirod not using that's very good in field. Your regular 5-5 fireballs. Wait. Let's make him block so we don't shift him. Alright, so 5-5. These 5 little 5-Y projectiles. These are fast, quick, and let you recover pretty quickly. Hang on. Let me turn that off too. Yeah, so these things, these are your primary field phase zoning options. You tap the Y without holding a direction, and then you just start chucking them. And after you start them, you can start moving with it. If you tap side before you do that, you get side Y instead, which are these homing fireballs. So you start tapping them and then you start moving. So you can move around while chucking them. And the best thing is, these are special cancelable. So at any point in the string, you can cancel into your special. So you can cancel into Will-O-Wisp, you can cancel into the Fireworks, you can cancel into Smog. So these are very safe and you can always keep chucking them out. The downside is that they don't track as well. So if somebody can just walk around them. If you hold left or right while homing towards you, they will move around them. That's the only drawback. But you can cancel it into this very quickly, Will-O-Wisp, which will stop them if they're trying to home in, if they're trying to sideways homing in on you. Then there's these fireballs. these are not special cancelable, so you can't cancel into the other things right away. But the good thing about these is that these actually home a little bit. So if somebody's trying to walk around them, they won't be able to walk around them. The fireballs will keep tracking them for a little bit. So they have to block them or jump over them. So that's your field phase. Those are the important things. And I guess one more important thing. This one's gonna be a little bit tricky. You hold down the button. You tap left or right first, and then you hold on the button. So you charge side Y. This thing, huge hitbox, pierces everything, lets you move around a little bit. You can back off of it. So that's a good escape option. Yeah. Alright. Duel phase. So, here's number one big thing that... The spin? Okay, good. At least you know about that. Alright, here's number one thing that makes Chandelure busted. Up Y. You see this thing? See this thing? You see the size of this thing? Big ol' anti-air, right? Frame 1 invincible against highs and mids. So anybody on top of you can do that. You can just deny them the air. They're right up to you and you need to get them off you, and they're coming in from the air. Just do that. Woo! Get them out of the air. It's busted. It's incredibly busted. It even hits up close too. Let me demonstrate. It even hits up close. It's not quite as big a hitbox. It's only close range, but you can hit up close with it. And again, same thing. It's special cancelable. Well, the only things you want to special cancel it into would be Smog or the fireworks. We need to get him to jump if we want to get the fireworks. If you just tap Y for the auto combo, you will get fireworks, which is the combo. But if someone's up close and you manage to land it, you will hit the fireworks, but it's the very weak hit and it doesn't do much. But you can special cancel into Smog. So there's one debuff and you've pushed them quite a distance away. So this thing, quite busted. Use it. And then let's see. When you're in duel phase, you don't want them to be getting in close to you, because as good as this thing is, there is still end lag on it, and if they just stand at a distance, they will just be able to whiff punish it. So you don't want to actually go in on them too much. You don't want to hang around in the air too much with the swings. You don't really want to like drop on them, because all this stuff is pretty unsafe. What you want to do in what you want to do in field is you want to start zoning. So you've got two very powerful zoning tools for the job. One is Will-O-Wisp. This is your ground projectile. Travels distance and attack down. The other one is Fireworks. Flame Burst. Covers the air. This one covers the ground, this one covers the air. So the more distance you have, you can make them guess, you know? Because they can't DC those projectiles. They actually can't. Because... wait, I need to time this. Okay, there we go. You saw it there for a second. Counter-pierce. These projectiles counter-pierce, which means if, unlike for most of the characters, they cannot counter-attack dash cancel through it. They're just gonna have to deal with it. The only way you can deal with it either is just walk up and block, or they have to jump over it. So it becomes a guessing game and an obstacle course just for them to get in. They have to look out for this, but if they jump it, and they jumped it early, thinking that they're gonna throw a Will-O-Wisp out, you catch them out of the air with this. And all of these things kind of push them back further and further. So long distance, these are your options. Make them do the guessing game. You can mix in laser as well at times to try and catch people, because you can do this, but you give up stage control because of how much recovery it has. Yeah, you can do that, but here's the thing. You'd be very susceptible to being anti-air while in the air. Okay, that's a bit of a poor demonstration, but allow me to explain. When you're up in the air, well, when you're singing around, obviously you're vulnerable. When you're singing around, you're vulnerable, so you gotta be careful. And then, yeah, you do have air attacks, but these are all highs, so they can be anti-aired as well. So you gotta be careful about that. And your X attack, this one, it is pretty good, but the tendency is, if anybody sees like Chandelure just hovering above their heads like this, they will press counter attack. And there's no safe way for you to react to that at that point, because you've got no way to control, like, you can't really move any other way. You can try and convert into stuff, but if they're holding down the counter attack and waiting for you, you're kind of boned. Because at most this, you can use that to like try and pierce. But you gotta be careful. Fully charged neutral X attacks and using Hex. Oh, that? It can work as a mix-up. I'm assuming you mean this, right? Okay. The 2Y won't work. Oh, I know, it's very simple. Okay, here's the thing about that. It's a mix-up, it's not guaranteed. And usually anybody who's like, oh, I'm being pushed back into that very specific range. Yeah, they could just do that. And then here's the thing. And now you've given up a bunch of space. So you gotta be careful. It's a mix-up, but every time you whiff Hex, you're giving up a lot of space. So you just gotta be careful about it. Actually, just Hex in general, because people can jump it, people can attack it. So you gotta be careful with it. Anyways, what was I saying? Okay, so air stuff. Full charge neutral into full charge back. Which one it? Well, which one do you mean by neutral? You mean this one? The wall? I'm assuming you mean this. This is actually a pretty decent way to try and get some space. Neutral X? No, that one doesn't even work as a block string. I will demonstrate. And now you're dead. So you just gotta be careful about it. When you do this, unless you have something to deny them from getting in, this one works because they can't walk in. They can't necessarily walk in. So basically, in general, the point is, these ones are quick, and the fireball travels. So you really want, if you want to keep someone out, you can just use this. This is a very simple option. And full charge 5x, kind of catch it if uncharged. What if they walk in? Nah. It becomes a mix-up at that point. It becomes a mix-up whether... You can do this, but you need to do, you know, you need to guess at that point. Either they go under or they jump. I'm just giving some tips anyway. So up Y, that's your get off move. And here's another thing I actually like to talk about. This move, 5x full charge, is good for getting some space. The main point is to push them back a little bit, but you gotta be careful. The mix-up. Which mix-up? Only if after Umbreon is unlocked. Okay, that's fair. Oh, in any case, point is... Yeah, you can. You can hex off the 5x in case they jump. But it's a mix-up, basically. If they block that, then yeah, it is a mix-up after. You just can't do the same option every time, that's all. Yeah, I think I get it now. Yeah, so if you set up for a mix-up situation, you just gotta be aware of, like, if you guess wrong in that if you guess wrong in that scenario, you're gonna let them get in on you, and once they get in on you, it's really annoying. As far as possible, you want to try and avoid, when you're playing Chandelure, you want to try and avoid the opponent from getting in on you. So Will-O-Wisp, fast, because it's fast and it travels forward, it denies a lot of area. So that's what the user thing. And as you can see, it appears as somewhat of a mid-range distance. So let's talk about if they get close. If they get close and you want to get them off before they get all the way up to point blank. You use your jab works. It's got huge range. It's a bit slow though. Back Y is the one if you want to use, if like someone's right in your face and you really need to get them off you. Back Y is your fast move. It's actually not 5Y. 5Y is slow. And your other option, 2Y. There's another long range attack. Relatively fast. And you push them back as well. This move also sets up for the Hex mix-up. It's a bit slower, you can't really set it up as well, but yeah. And here's the thing, other than that. It stuns them. So they can combo into laser. Let's try and set up for a reset. And one more thing you can do with this. True combo into Hex. It does, unfortunately, scale the damage super heavily. Like, this thing would normally do huge damage, right? But it's a little bit reduced. Like, compare it to just landing it raw. If you land it raw, it does that much damage. But if you do this, it's slightly less. But it's a way to guarantee cash out your Hex if you really need it. Yeah. Chandelure is all about long range game. Here's another thing you can use up close. Hex. Sorry, Smog. This move, counter, it's a counter that also counter pierces. So for example, if they charge and counter, whatever, they're trying to do anything up close. It will get them. It's pretty infamous as Chandelure's get off me option. It's very good in terms of stuffing out attacks and just getting you the distance. And even if they block it, look at the pushback on it. Only a handful of characters can punish it on block. It's technically unsafe, but the pushback is big enough that not many people can punish it. So this is a button you can use a lot more if someone's up close on you. The downside to it oh, hang on. Okay. Here's the downside on it. You jump over it. Hex is a move that it can be jumped over. So if somebody predicts that, you know, if they're up close on you and they think you're gonna Hex, they can jump over. But that's the mix-up. So this button is a huge anti-air, right? So jumping over you is actually a big risk. Jumping over Chandelure is a big risk because of this thing. This thing is huge. But not jumping over her, also a dangerous thing because she has this. So you got it. So that's the mix-up at close range. The problem is, if you do lose the mix-up at that point, you're gonna be boned because you're gonna be taking huge damage. Chandelure is not very sturdy. So as far as possible, even though you do have options up close, you don't want them to get close. But yeah, these are the options you want to be. You want to be staying at a distance as much as possible. And if you do get up close, you use this and this. I'll get to supports in a brief second. There's one more thing I want to talk about, which is... You probably know about this, Overheat. A lot of damage if they attack into it. And you probably noticed that it's a red armor move. I talked about that. Talked about it last time. So you can't grab it. Can't attack it either. Because it will just absorb hits. It even counter pierces. Well, I didn't demonstrate it there, but it also counter pierces. So it's a very powerful get off me option. The problem is it leaves you with the 2 debuffs, as you can see. And if you try and overheat subsequently, you just get weak overheat. It doesn't do anything. Well, it does something, but it does a little bit, but it barely does anything. So as long as you have the 2 debuffs, you're gonna be in trouble. Which is why you need to bring. If you want to use overheat, you need to be able to bring a support that can clean the debuffs. And the other thing about overheat is, hang on, let's set up back in the corner. I actually should just wait for a second. Okay, there you go. And back to the corner. Alright, so tap. Wow. It's waiting very long. Okay. You can jump over it. So Overheat is also another move like Smoke that doesn't hit airborne opponents. If they fall into it, yeah, but if they can just jump over it on reaction. So you can't throw this out carelessly as well. But it's a very powerful tool, and you do have to keep that in mind. After this, everybody hold off searching games for a brief moment, right? Hex is a command grab, yes. You can attack it, you can attack to escape it, and you can also jump over it. The reason I keep getting SoulKnight is because we're in the same country. It's because of the close range. It's because we're close together. Hey, you're already doing much better. You're already doing much better. You're getting the hang of, you got the hang of it pretty quickly. I'm pretty impressed. Yeah, upswing is unsafe, remember. Alright, I'm sorry. But yes, Mega Lucario is very scary. Mega Lucario is very scary. You rush in on them and you can do all that. He does a lot of damage. Oh well. Rip. But yeah, that was pretty impressive. Yeah, sorry I hurried it up along a little bit. I'm trying to get my new players. But yeah, that's a taste of what Lucario kinda likes to do. I just gave a crash course on how to play Chandelure, so see how well you guys pick it up. The stats don't even do that much, to be honest. Yeah, this connection's pretty good. Oh, I got crossed up. Not bad. Oh, I touched it. That's well played. Alright, I need the space. Oh wow, you know what? Minimize? You learned to minimize, not bad. That's not a beginner thing. Hey, not bad. I didn't even teach you guys about minimize. Not bad. You actually went in and went into the move list. Yeah, the trick to it is you're able to hold it in between phases. They wanted a weird character, I guess. Lamp go brrr. Yeah, that's why you gotta be careful about jumping like right above Lucario. He can very easily anti-air you. Alright, here I go. Oop. Yeah, you can't be too scared of... Frog is scary, but you can't be too scared of him. Like, put a little projectile out in the way. Ah, counter break. Oh, not bad. Yeah, she caught me. Caught me forward dashing. And see, and that's how you do it. You gotta disrespect the frog. Although you only got away with that because of light armor. So as you guys might probably know, well, your character is in burst. You get armor against light attacks. Frogadier's attack is a light attack, so that's why you armor through it. Nah. I'd recommend not hopping close to me, actually. How do you do, Shandy? Walk and block. You want me to try hard against... Do you really want me to try hard against Sera? We'll rematch. Okay. I feel bad. I'm gonna have to demonstrate to people how you do your Shandy, I suppose. How do you do your Shandy? This matchup is actually a pretty fair matchup. It's like 50-50, more or less. It's like 50-50. Because if Luke gets in on Shandy, Shandy's going to die. Like she really doesn't want Luke to get in on her. But Luke kinda just has to play her game until he gets close. The fear phase is whatever, it's not that much damage. Ah, the cross-ups though. I should just DP that. That's how you do it. With the R button in any direction. You dash cancel with the R button. You have to walk and block. That's how it goes. Because you can't normally against a zoner, you can counterattack dash cancel forward. You can counterattack dash cancel forward. You can't against Chandelure though, because all her specials are pierce counters. You have to play her guessing game. Okay, we had our fun. I'm gonna just play this defensive game all day. And there you go. Hey, everybody's gotta learn. Everybody's gotta learn. For the record, that move is unsafe. But yeah, if Shandy is trying to zone you out, you kinda have to just walk and block. Yeah, sorry Sera, I had to demonstrate it for learning purposes. I had to demonstrate it. So yeah, you can see, you have to play patient, and that's what you kind of gotta do against Chandelure, and that's why Chandelure kind of just stomps a lot of noobs, because people like to press buttons when you first start out, you know? More chandeliers! More chandeliers! I can take my own chandelier out. I don't even want to subject you guys to that. Oh, it's a little chunky. Oh, we can do whatever now. Whatever you guys want, to be honest. I missed it. Man. Yeah, the connection's a little chunky. Nothing I can't handle though. Oh, pressing all the buttons. And this is a situation where you want a DP. Because the DP is gonna kill, and chances are I'm gonna get it off. So just use it. DP on wake up. Oh yeah, call it a DP. We call these things DPs or Dragon Punches because that's the translation of Shoryuken. Here's another trick. Whoa. Chandelier stuff is either you can jump over it. Chandelier stuff is either you can jump it or you just don't jump it. So if you ever feel like oppressed on the ground because of all the stuff that she's chucking at you and you just have to like block all of it, you can always jump that stuff. You can jump over Smog, you can jump over Will-O-Wisp, you can jump over Overheat. In Feud, the little fireballs she chucks, you can jump over those as well. Just be careful, because she can chuck Flame Burst into the air at any point, and then you're gonna get caught out of the air and then you're just gonna die. So that's where the mind games of Chandelure comes in. Chandelure's just gonna be making an obstacle course for you. Ground projectiles, air projectiles, you're gonna have to navigate them to get in on her. Because you cannot challenge her at full screen. Nobody can challenge her at full screen. Well, okay, maybe a few characters can challenge her at full screen, but for the most part, she's just gonna like murder everybody. Most characters have to move in a little bit, or at least like get around her zoning patterns. It's a pretty simple input actually. You just gotta get used to it. Once you get used to it, it becomes second nature. It's a very simple one. It's nowhere near as hard as an FADC. That's the cool thing about Pokken, really. A lot of the stuff isn't too hard on the execution. Even the advanced techniques. Whoa! So the thing about Chandelure's homing attack is that it's really slow. Chandelure's homing attack is actually one of the slowest in the game. It will lose to pretty much everybody else's homing attack on Clash. So you probably don't want to use Chandelure's homing attack too much. She's got much easier ways to shift and Feud. It does reach very far and it does anti-air, so there are applications for it. But for the most part, if you're just sitting in neutral, you probably don't want to go up to somebody and homing them. In Field, Chandelure just kind of wants to stay back, you know? She kind of wants to stand back. If you hold the air laser, that's tricky. Air laser isn't tricky. It's a tricky beast. Alright, so now my full screen range. I'm gonna have to navigate my way in. Jumped over it. Oh, that's not gonna work. Okay, not bad. There is one thing I should note. You're jumping a lot. I'm letting you get away with it, but you gotta be careful. I'll demonstrate in this next round. Why it's dangerous to keep jumping. I've got anti-airs. Oh. I got hit by the air laser. Yeah. I think you get the idea. Don't want to jump too much. It's Chandelure's jump is kind of slow and very floaty. If you do it too much, people are gonna start anti-airing you. The best way to get away isn't necessarily jumping. Chandelure you can just move backwards. You can just walk backwards as well. You can just walk backwards. Or you can backdash as well. What does hold X for Chandelure do? You mean the disco ball? The disco dance? The one where she starts taunting on you? I'm assuming you mean that one, right? Okay, so that one, it extends debuff duration on the opponent and reduces debuff duration on you while you hold it. So let's say you just Chandelure can stick a lot of debuffs on the opponent, what with her Will-O-Wisp and her Smog. You hold that down and you extend it while they're on the ground, the debuffs will last longer. And if you yourself have debuffs from using Overheat, if you manage to shift with that, you can use that to reduce the timer a little bit. The trade-off with going for that is that you give up your Okizeme basically, your stage control, because you're using it to dance instead, you know. So it's kind of a trade-off, which one you want to do. All right, I'm gonna focus on anti-airing you again, so gotta be careful. Oh, whoa. Okay, I tapped it. I tapped the button. That was my fault. Here's another tip. If you tap side Y, you will always get laser, which is why I can always predict it, and I'm always just gonna block it. Yeah. Actually, a lot of these situations, your best option is actually just to hold your block. If someone is right on top of you and you're trying to back away, your options, the things you should probably go for more often is actually smog. Just use your forward Y, your counter. Forward Y counter, 8Y for the anti-air, or just hold block. Those are your 3 best options. I'll let you get a try on this one. The next time I corner you, try not to jump and instead press one of those buttons instead. Like that. Like, you don't really have a need to go to the air from that distance. You can stay on the ground and keep shooting stuff at you. You can just walk backwards. You see, now I'm at full screen. It's really dangerous for me. I have to deal with all this will-o-wisp. Feel free to put all these projectiles out on screen. Like, see, there you could have kept putting projectiles out. So now we're up close. And see, smog gets you off me. It's very useful. My shield is really painful now. Yeah, you gotta be careful. Okay, you're starting to get the hang of it, but I think you probably saw a few places where I pointed out when I was just standing there. I was just standing in the back, and I was standing in mid-screen, and you were standing on the other end of the stage, and where you could have just stayed on the ground and continued to chuck fireballs at me, you decided to jump up. Oh, you don't have to use the combo from the air to get your burst. You could just, you can actually just use it raw because it's a counter attack. And you can also combo into it from 2Y. You can use any of your Y moves really on the ground. There's tons of ways you can combo into your burst. So you probably don't want to do that, because going off into the air specifically to try and get that combo puts you into a vulnerable position where you'll probably just get yourself anti-air. So you gotta be careful. In general, you want to play grounded. Chandelure wants to play grounded, and you want to keep chucking fireballs. I can block it, yes. That's if you just chuck it out raw. But you can combo into it from 5YY. You can combo into it from 5YY, you can combo into it from 2Y, combo it from 4Y. Actually, pretty much any of the Y moves, you can cancel into it, so... I can demonstrate a few ways if you want, after this. I might as well. I'll show you a few ways, I'll show you a few more ways to combo into burst. Oh, thanks for the follow. Alright, after this match I'll show you a few ways to combo into burst, if that's what you're worried about. How about that? Ooh, be careful with that. I'd actually recommend not using that move to get in as well, because, well, like I said, Chandelure wants to be at full screen. Like, Chandelure wants to be at full screen to mid screen. So anything that moves us close to the opponent, probably people are not gonna like it. Yeah, that's not safe. Yeah. Okay, I'll show you a few more things later. I'll show you a few more things in the training mode. How about that? After this game. Okay, I think I got a list of stuff I can show you. Tips and tricks. Here's a few more handy Chandelure tips to help level up your game. Okay, so here's the thing. You can't combo into burst out from a phase shift. You can't combo anything. Once you get a phase shift, you can't combo anything because the opponent will be on hard knockdown. Alright, here's a few dual phase combos you can combo into burst with. So very basic one. Works at any distance. As long as you attack with this, you can combo all the way from there. It will connect. Close range. Back YY into the burst. Back YY burst. You can get it. Up Y burst. That also works. But yeah, one of the easiest ways to do it is if someone's trying to walk in on you, you tag them with this. Easy burst combo. And if you manage to get somebody with 2Y, this thing long distance, you probably saw this. Look at the range on this thing. If someone's walking on you, you can tap them with one of these or one of these. Both these buttons reach very far. And if you tap into any of these, you can combo into it. This one you have to move forward. Otherwise you miss. And you need to hit... Okay, this one, 2Y is a little bit tricky. If you're too close, you can see the stun time isn't long enough. And if you just let it right at the tip, you will miss. But if you manage to land this one, which is the longest range one, you can just dash forward and get it. I mean, not dash forward. You have to walk forward. So this one's a little bit tricky. You have to walk forward a little bit. Walk forward a little bit and you can combo into it. But the easiest way, most reliable way, there you go. You don't need the air combo. It's much safer if you stick on the ground because of this. You can just be like, you know, chucking fireballs out, they're trying to walk. You're chucking the fireballs, they're trying to walk in. They finally walk in within this range, bam, bam, you get them. Forward X? No, you can't. Forward X, you can't combo into it. The reason behind this is the Y moves are special cancelable, which means, for example, you see, you can combo into the thing. The full one, technically yes, because it's a stun state. The full fire does let you combo into it, but that's because it lets you combo into anything. It doesn't specifically cancel into the super. So this one does work. But here's the thing about that. I actually want to point this out because you guys were using it a lot, and it's a good move to use. It's a good use to move occasionally, but there's a downside to it. You don't let it go the full distance, it's unsafe. Full distance, still unsafe. I'm gonna use a normal attack this time. I need to turn Synergy Burst off. Yes, I did. I did indeed do that. Alright. I'm cooking. I'm gonna hold block as soon... I'm gonna tap an attack as soon as I can. No. See? I lost to it. I'm holding block as soon as I can. I'm getting hit. This move is unsafe. If you hit it into a block and they hold the block, you can delay the second hit, but it's a bit dangerous. And if they do block that as well, you see, I'm holding block. You can see the R input there. I'm holding block as soon as I can. You will get punished if you use it into a block. And then this move as well, right? This move as well. This one, you can block in time, but you're kind of in an awkward position at this point because, you know, Chandelure doesn't want to be this close. Because now you're in the guessing game where you will take a lot of damage if they hit you. This one, completely not safe. You can see I'm holding R as soon as possible. I'm getting hit. So this move is unsafe. This move is unsafe. So you really don't want to approach your Chandelure as far as possible. Because here is where this area is your element. You want to be chucking more fireballs. You want to stay grounded, you want to chuck more fireballs. Make them have to deal with it on the way in. And this move, also unsafe by the way, just for the record. You can cancel into the swing to keep yourself safe a little bit, but if you don't tap anything, you will get hit. This one is obviously safe because you're pushing them back if they block it, but there's a lot of charge time on it, so you're gonna get hit. That move as well. You're gonna get hit out of the air if you hit it. You can get interrupted early, and you will get punished afterwards. So yeah, that's something I just wanted to point out. All the approach moves that Chandelure has, they're all unsafe. They do a lot of damage, and they have options to try and mix up the timing, but it's risky. That's the point of this thing is that it's risky. If you commit to this option, you're gonna get hit. You're gonna get interrupted because anybody who blocks it, you're gonna have a bad time in general. And if you go up in the air, well, I was demonstrating just now. You just get anti-aired a lot. If you stay on the ground and I can't get in on you, you're just gonna I'm gonna have to deal with your fireballs and your air fireballs. You can just deal with it like that. Alright, I'll try and make it work with Weavile. Okay. Alright everybody. All you Chandelure players out there. I'm gonna give you a shot. I'm gonna try and show you guys a little bit of how I play Chandelure. So as you can see, I did a decent amount of damage, but once Weavile gets in, it's kind of dangerous on me. Most common Pokemon I fight against? That's actually a bit of a hard question. Yeah, this guy's just running Weavile stuff all over me. Online specifically, it's kind of a mix-up though. Yeah, okay, this is kind of a bad demonstration because Weavile is just kicking my butt. It's kind of a difficult matchup. It's a bit difficult. Once Weavile gets in. He's got the fast walk speed. And he's got that dive kick. I could probably beat this Weavile if it was someone else though. So you see, I use it very rarely. And you can use the command grab to kind of like feel out and threaten people. So see, this is roughly what you want to be doing with Chandelure for the most part. BroBot's actually backing off. He's just kind of he's letting me get the demonstration off, but this is basically what you want to be doing. So you use this to space out from. Try and use that to space out from a distance. Like so. But as you can see, if anything gets whiffed, you're gonna take a lot of damage. So if you do this, you're gonna get anti-aired most of the time. If someone gets up close, you use this. And you try and get them off you that way. And the problem with Chandelure is that her good tools, the 8Y and stuff, they're all light. So if someone's in burst armor, they're gonna get hit. But you get the idea. You see how I'm playing. I'm trying to keep at a distance, and I don't leave the ground. And I'm mostly trying to rely on my projectiles. And if they do get close to me, the point is like we want to try and get them off me. So I get a knockdown, I'm gonna back off. Like that. As you can see, Weavile can hop over the stuff, so you gotta be careful. So it's a little bit of a mind game going on here. But that thing can be jumped over. Do I ever use charge neutral Y? Yeah, sometimes. Like, you're talking about this one, right? It's for a quick shift. And Weavile's just allowed to do that. Oh, he's getting hit. Okay. Oh, I tapped the button, I'm dead. That's a GG's. But yeah, I hope you guys got the idea. You see how I play Shandy? Kinda like that. Weavile's making it a little bit weird because of you know. Nah, it's cool. I think I got the demonstration off, more or less. I mean, if you want to, you can switch. We can play one more round, I guess, for demonstration's sake, and then I'll play properly. I do use Overheat occasionally, but because of the drawbacks of Overheat and the fact that you can just easily jump it, the way I use it is I'm like very carefully looking for like a specific, like if I'm about to get hit, I'm going to use it to armor through a move. Yeah, okay, here we go. This is a matchup that we've been playing all night. So this might be the easiest way to demonstrate how you might want to be handling this. How you might want to be handling this matchup. Lucario has to play very honest against Chandelure. He has to kind of get in. So, you know, he's gonna have to weather these things. And try to get his way in. And Chandelure can just hang back here and do whatever she wants. But Lucario does have that air fireball, so she has to like watch out for that. And you see, I'm actually losing more health than he is. So that's the air stuff, and so you can take a look at that, yeah? I basically kind of like hang at a distance. I hang at a distance and then chuck stuff at him. And see, that's a little mind game that's going on. Am I gonna chuck it on the ground or in the air? But if I miss in the air, I'm gonna have a bad time because now he can freely go in. You guys seeing this? This is a very safe way to play a Chandelure. You don't need to take risks by going into the air, you don't have to like worry about most of these things. And if somebody is like threatening you at about half screen like that, sometimes you just might want to hold back and block for a little bit. I think I'm getting hit by this, yeah. So of course sometimes you do have to jump. In this case I'm using I'm using jump up X to get out of the corner. Because again, it's one of my fastest air moves, and jumping lets me avoid grabs. But it's also a little bit risky. And look at how huge that anti-air is. Well, you get the idea. Note how I'm mostly chucking projectiles. I don't use laser all that much because it's a little bit dangerous. Like so. It's a bit of a zoning wall. Yeah, and this is what happens when Chandelure's put on the defensive. Because you can't take quite as many risks. And the laser is actually unsafe. He's running away with it. So see, speed Togekiss means he can walk around everything. Yeah, that's just kind of how the nature of the matchup goes. Haha, okay. I tried to overheat there, but I didn't have enough health left. But yeah. Okay. I think the demonstration's gone pretty well there. So you see how I played? It's probably not the optimal way to play. I'm not like a super Chandelure expert, but that's vaguely the game plan you want to be doing. You have to be doing the zoning, because that's what she's good at. That's the safest way to play. So definitely Shadow Mewtwo. Shadow Mewtwo shows up a lot online. Shadow Mewtwo is a very powerful best of one character, I think, put it that way. Hey! There we go. Oh, that's you? Your Twitch name is different from your in-game name. How often do you see Gardevoir? Quite often, actually, now that I think about it. It is quite often. But not a lot of good Gardevoirs, to be honest. Did you try to grab on Wake Up? Oh, okay. You are trying to grab on Wake Up. Stop that. It's not a good option. Don't grab on Wake Up. You'll have a bad time. Surprisingly, I don't see a lot of Lucarios. Maybe in the US region? Because I'm in the Asia region. I get a lot of Japanese players. I don't see a lot of Lucario, surprisingly. I get players from the Asian regions. Japan, Southeast Asia, that kind of stuff. And sometimes Australia as well. And I see Shadow Mewtwo. I think I see Shadow Mewtwo more than any other character. I'm not even letting that complete nowadays. Oh, I can't even complete that. Oh, I didn't complete it fast enough before Miss Maggie's came out. Oh. No, you haven't seen those Japanese Shadow Mewtwo's, man. They will They will get in on you. They will never stop pressing buttons. They never stop pressing buttons. GG's. Okay, so number one tip: don't grab on wake up. Very bad option. The only thing you actually won't even beat anything. if they're properly timing their counter attack Oki, you'll lose to it. You won't be able to grab them in time. Grabbing on wake up will lose to everything. Attack Oki, you lose to it. Counter attack Oki, you lose to it. Grab Oki, you lose to it. So don't grab on wake up. No. Bad idea. Alright, here we go. The Sid UI. Good old Sid. Oh. How rude. I see you have a handle of that. No. You don't want to be doing that. If you press the A combo, I'm just gonna anti-air you every time. Oh, good mix-up. That's actually a valid mix-up. That's pretty good. Boop. Yeah. Oh, frenzy pun. Oh, another frenzy pun? I see ya. Let's see how you play. Pop the burst just to hit that. Okay. Not bad. You got a few things down with Sid already. I'm impressed. You know, you found the frenzy pun button. It's all you need. Frenzy pun is all you need. Whoop. But uh-oh. Here comes all the pressure. I'm wise to your tricks, sir. I'm too close. You can't hit me with the Magnetons. Boop. Oh. So yeah. That string isn't a true block string, so once it puts you into soaring stance, you're kind of in a bad position. So you gotta watch out for that. Mine has bigger range. Oh well. Alright, so your Sid has a lot. Your Sid does have quite a few basics down already. You have the idea, you have the right idea. Zoning with the arrows at a distance, and then going into pressure with your lunges when you're closer. That's actually the right concept. You've got that down already. So all you need to do is refine that a little bit. Like choosing which lunges you want to use, stuff like that. I think if I don't play Sid, so I'm not really sure exactly, but like Leaf Tornado, once that leaves you in flying stance, that's actually a little bit dangerous because I can just try and anti-air you immediately. Of course, the safe option is just to back off and like with the backdash, which will keep you safe relatively speaking. But I think I can probably 8x you after that, and that will hurt. So you gotta be careful. You gotta use more Spirit Shackle. Spirit Shackle is a really good projectile. Yeah, you probably don't want to do random acrobatics. I'm assuming those are maybe misinputs. Oh. Yeah, that's just the mix-ups. Gengar is the hardest character to learn to fight by far. I don't blame you. I have problems fighting Gengar at times. So don't worry, it happens to everybody. Hey, nice reaction. That was a good reaction. I tried to sidewalk it. Oh well. Time to unleash the thunder. Or not. Never mind. No more thunder unleashing. Okay, never mind. Thunder unleashed. There's an attack buff too. This is gonna hurt. Oh no. That's so much damage. Why is he allowed to do that? Oh, no more burst attack. Ow. There might be Smurf. It might be a Smurf. There's a lot of Smurfs going around right now. Yeah, be careful with acrobatics. Don't do that. You don't want to challenge me in the air. Probably not. Whoa! Not bad. Yeah, like I said, Gengar, hardest character to fight in the game, by far, because none of the usual strategies will work on him. You have to develop specific Gengar strategies just to fight him. For the most part. That's just Gengar in a nutshell, really. Oh nice, you actually covered it. And you punished the support call, not bad. Just standing in the blind spot. Oh no. Oh no, you let me hit it. Well, you still might win. You've got a decent chance. It's alright, if you win, I'm gonna let you do something special. If you win, I'll let you get a special experience. Oh. Not bad. Okay. Yeah, you've got a decent handle on your sit. I think all you need to do is not do random acrobatics. That's really the only thing that's giving you away as someone who's just picked up the game. Random acrobatics. Alright. It's a 1-1, so you've earned yourself the special experience. I haven't played this character all night because I don't want to bully people. But I'm bringing her out. I've gotta bring her out at least once tonight, right? At least once. Well, actually no, I did bring her out against... I brought her out against Kira. For that one game. Alright, I apologize in advance. I am really sorry. I apologize in advance. Oh, Machamp. Hi there. This is gonna This is gonna be such a volatile matchup. People won't know how to fight you if you avoid a chance to bully. I don't know what that means. Oh wow, he actually stopped it. Not bad. Oh, that's my punish. Okay, that's fine. I have a defense buff. It's okay. Whee! Better to teach them in the space of commentary. Fair. That's fair. That's fair. Okay, this is very evil. You lost. The moment I got a hard knockdown, you were dead. That's an unblockable. That's an unblockable. That was a checkmate situation. I apologize. Everyone's gonna hate me now because I'm hitting newcomers of the unblockable. I feel so rude. I am so rude. Whoop. Oh. Alright. I can't quick attack through that. Duly noted. Oh. Oh! That face when I can't react to submission online. My defense buff. Ah! Yeah, but at that percent I would have gotten it. Alright. I have rage now. I have rage now, so... You know... You cannot escape! I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah. GG's. Well, now you know why we're always memeing about Libre? Now you know why we're always memeing about Libre? That's why. That's why we always meme about Libre. That is why. That is why. You're gonna learn. Okay. I'm gonna have to pay penance for all this bad karma I'm accumulating.